There's a new demographic driving the rental market, what to look for in an interior designer, and some free ways to keep your New Year's resolution, right now on the Real Estate News. The Lowcountry is a great place to live. Welcome to the Real Estate News. I'm Betsy McDaniel. They can afford to buy homes, they just choose not to. In the last decade, the number of higher income rental households has doubled, driving nearly 30% of the growth in the rental market over that same period. According to a new report from Harvard's Joint Center for Housing Studies, that trend will likely increase in coming years as more baby boomers downsize. Also, today's older Americans want more flexibility to follow their children and grandchildren, and renting gives them that freedom. In addition, Congress has also given higher income individuals a new reason to rent, as the new tax plan will likely remove some of the deductions that favor homeownership. As one might expect, the trend has fueled development of luxury apartment buildings across the U.S., and the Lowcountry is no exception, with developments such as One Hampton Lake in Bluffton and the highly anticipated Waterwalk complex in the Shelter Cove Town Center on the island. On the flip side, wealth management experts urge millennials to make owning a home a priority. In fact, many agree that not buying a home may be the single biggest mistake millennials are making. Even with the tax changes, it behooves younger Americans to buy instead of rent. When crunching the numbers, it is easy to see why this is true. Millennials will spend well over 30 years living somewhere. If they choose to rent and spend $1,500 a month on a rental property, at the end of 30 years, they will have spent $540,000 and will end up where they started, owning nothing. If, on the other hand, they invest the same money in a home, in the end, they could very well end up owning their home free and clear, adding a very valuable asset to their portfolio. Our neighbor to the south is about to get a new event venue. The Savannah City Council recently approved a $2.8 million contract with a Chicago-based firm to manage the construction of a new arena. The 9,000-seat venue will be built on Gwinnett Street and Stiles Avenue in the city's Canal District, with a look toward revitalizing the entire area. The project is expected to take 38 months to design and construct, with an estimated budget of $160 million. The council also allocated $845,000 to maintain the 43-year-old Civic Center while the new project gets underway. The old Civic Center will likely be destroyed once the new arena is complete. Located on the upper level of the Arsenal on Craven Street in the heart of Beaufort's historic district, the Beaufort History Museum is undergoing a complete renovation of its principal exhibit hall. The museum tells the remarkable 500-year-old history of Beaufort. HW Exhibits, a Charleston-based firm, has been hired to oversee the writing of the text, developing graphics, and fabricating exhibits, all to create a cohesive theme that showcases the storylines, artifacts, and photos in the museum's collection. The first phase of the renovation began last year and is expected to be completed by the spring. The museum will remain open during the creative and implementation process, but will close for a few weeks just prior to completion to facilitate the new exhibit installation. Hours of operation are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. A few more guests will be able to enjoy our beautiful sunsets when one of the island's favorite restaurants completes its expansion. Ground was recently broken at the Crazy Krabs Jarvis Creek location to expand the outdoor seating area. Once completed, the covered area with a view of Jarvis Creek will be able to seat 400 guests, 75 more than it currently holds. Other features included in the expansion are a fire pit and a spot for live performances. The project is expected to be complete before the busy summer season is in full swing. Short-term renters in Sea Pines may soon have to limit the number of vehicles they plan to park at a property. According to a recent release from Community Services Associates, effective March 1st, short-term rental guest passes will be limited to the number of vehicles that can reasonably park on a property's driveway, in the garage, or in the carport. The release went on to say that provisions will be made for overflow parking in the trolley lot for those guests who have more cars than the property will accommodate. Sea Pines rental owners are responsible for determining the maximum number of parking spaces for their properties and relaying that information to CSA. A meeting will be held at the Sea Pines Community Center on January 24th to discuss the policy change. According to the Sea Pines Neighbors Facebook page, a public group, the general consensus is that the change will be a positive one for the community. Well, it's the new year, and most likely many of you have resolved to get in better shape. But what if the cost of a gym membership isn't in the budget? You live in the right place, as Beaufort County has several places to work out for free. There are F3 men's workout groups in Bluffton, Beaufort, and on Hilton Head. F3 is a national network of free volunteer-led workouts for men. Both Jarvis Creek Park and Oscar Fraser Park have outdoor workout equipment, and those parks are open from sunrise to sunset every day. The Palmetto Running Company meets every Saturday morning in various locations. Runners and walkers of all levels are welcome. And of course, Hilton Head is a gold-level bicycle-friendly community, so there are numerous cycling clubs like the Bike Doctor, Kickin' Asphalt, and the Easy Riders that have weekly group rides. So now that the freeze is over, get to work on keeping those resolutions. The media sources on your screen will have more information on these and other stories, and we would love for you to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Coming up, Daniela Zwickrow has some news. Stay with us.